Hello everybody. In many societies apart from here, Africa, have developed really much. And this is caused by the efforts that have been taken by everybody in those societies to attempt to do everything which comes in their mind, which they think is beneficial. You as a youth, what have you taken to contribute to your society? I am David Sichone, a graduate at Pandai Secondary School, which is found in Mbeya, 2018. And here we go in a short speech of what I will do to make my society prosper. The first thing, I may start by educating the students. As I say that I'm a graduate, now I'm free at home at this large vacation, but I'm dealing with teaching my fellow students who are in ordinary level. I mean from Form 1 to Form 4. Why do I do this? I do this in order to ensure that I share my skills, I share my experiences which I had for the 4 years past with these students. And this is in an effort to make them succeed, to make them the best. Do you know that these best people are not born by nature? We make them. We make them. So that is the thing that I am currently doing, teaching the students to ensure that I share with them all what I have so that I make them the best. Yeah. The second thing that I would do, inspiring the students. This program of inspiring the students, it has been built in my heart since I was in primary level, then to secondary level where we had the morning speeches, and it had helped me so much to build that spirit of inspiring my fellow students, advising them in different matters. For example, I'm advising my fellow students in issues like being serious in studies, and I mean doing the studies effectively, reading effectively, studying effectively for best results, and also time management. That will help students to be very, very keen in their studies, especially the students who are in boarding, where they learn to be self-control over themselves. Yeah, and also I'll teach the students to be responsible. And this is the most thing that is affecting most of the students here in our societies nowadays. Most of the students are irresponsible, and this is the very matter which leads to failure in most of the studies. Yeah, and lastly, and I can say that this is the most thing that I used to advise the students, my fellow students, is God, advising them on God, that we should be appreciating God every time and each time, that we should shape our fellow students to be adhering to our God each and every moment. Yeah, and that one is the thing which I advise that many people around in the society, parents and guardians, should be doing to their students, should be doing to their children, to make their children prosper well in the society. Yeah, and the next thing that I'll be doing is taking care of the environment. If you come to most societies, for example, here in a society, you will find a lot of litter around. And this one is caused by the most of the people do not consider about taking care of the environment. Mm? Yeah, it is not like other societies, especially abroad. When you go, you find the policies which have been set aside to ensure that the environment is very clean. Here, if you come in Tanzania, you'll find that very few cities like Moshi, like Iringa, have succeeded to take care of the environment. But most societies have failed in this issue. So I really hate to see the environment in that way. So I would really like, if I could get this opportunity and I could get this support to make our society, our society's environment clean, and put policies as it has been made by the other cities there around, so that we can make our city clean. And that is a very good way and a very good strategy to ensure that we prevent ourselves, we protect ourselves from diseases which are currently affecting our society. And last but not least is fighting against network piracy. I may call that network piracy. What is it? We have heard recently about these issues of um, hacking in the hacking in the internet, and also stealing different resources, especially money. We have heard that most of people have been complaining about their money and other resources being stolen, and that issue has been very critical in our society, for example here in Tanzania. Yeah, so I really hate to see that condition being continuing here in Tanzania. While we youths are here, we can do something to help our society to evade from that bad culture. And also in that internet, we have got these bad people around who are engaging in putting in the internet, putting in the network bad videos and bad messages which are destroying the culture. You may find that there's one person sending a video which is immorality, about immorality, and the other sending the messages which are not true. They do not rely on fact. So if I would get that support, and if I wish that I could get that chance to fight against this business which continues in this internet till this time I'm talking. It will be very nice if we will find our society good, and if we will have good use of internet. Network itself is not a bad issue, it is a good issue, but we, the people who are using, are not using it in a way which is pleasant. And most of the people you find in the society who are using the internet in a wrong way are we youths. We have not gone to a good use of this internet. So I wish if I got this opportunity, I would make our society good in the use of the internet. What I can say at last is that we could develop in many aspects in our societies. But what makes us go beyond, go behind what we expect, is lack of consideration. Most of our societies in Africa, we lack self, or we lack consideration, that spirit of consideration. Someone may set something which is beneficial to the society, but there are very few people who are capable of considering, taking consideration to what someone has created. One may have a certain program, for example, on cleaning the environment at least every Wednesday of the week, but very few people will consider and attempt to help that person to accomplish that dream. And that has been most case which has been failing most of our people here in Africa. So I would try, and I really need that if through this video, you who are watching this video, please try to find one more person to advise concerning this issue of consideration. Let us consider what other people are doing. If we do that one, we will attempt to do many tasks, in which many of them will be very developmental. I wish that you are the one who is going to make this thing go. Fine. If you're going to advise one another, we together can start making this a good time to develop our societies. And that is my contribution towards the development of our societies. It begins with we. It begins with us, I and you. Thank you.